Merry Christmas, everyone! I hope you've enjoyed these 25 days of Christmas crafts. We've made it to the end, and for our final project, we are making a Nativity Lightbox. I've started by creating a graphic in Procreate. I designed the graphic in separate layers that will create a three-dimensional look when it's all put together. I exported the graphic and uploaded the layers into Cricut Design Space, and now I'm cutting the designs into a lightweight cardstock. To remove the cardstock from the mat, it's helpful to flip the entire mat over and peel the mat from the cardstock. This just helps the paper to not curl up around the edges. Now to make our spacers. These are little strips of foam board that will go in between each layer of cardstock to create a small gap where the light can shine through. This is also what creates the dimension to the image. I've got to do some modification to the frame I'll be using to account for the thickness of the spacers, so I'm just extending the frame at the back with some wood scraps that I'm gluing on. The piece I added at the bottom is a little wider than the others. I'll use this as a base for the battery pack later on, and it also helps prop the frame up a little bit. Now for the assembly. We're going to be working from front to back, so the glass goes in first, followed by our top layer. We'll pop in a spacer on both sides and the top. I'm leaving the bottom open so the lights will be able to shine up underneath. Then we'll just keep layering each piece of cardstock with a spacer in between. I did also add a little bit of glue to keep the spacers in place. The angels are just kind of free-floating here, so I used some double-sided foam tape to secure the angels but still give a little depth from the background. Time to light it up. I'm just using battery-operated wire lights that I'll stuff into the gap at the bottom of the frame, leaving a small strand to run across the sky that will light up the stars. I've cut a piece of cardboard that I covered with cardstock, and I'll just lay that over the back of the frame and use my staple gun to secure it in place. Finally, I'll glue the battery pack to the back of the frame, and we're ready to shine. Thank you to everyone who has followed throughout all 25 days of Christmas crafts. I have so enjoyed sharing this series with you. This concludes our Christmas crafts, but I hope you've subscribed so you can catch all future Craftcapades, and I hope to see you back soon. Merry Christmas!